Hey guys, and welcome back to Trucking with Jazz. So yes, I'm in my restroom. No, I'm not using the restroom. Just had to get it out there. So fast little update. Yesterday we came in town Wednesday early in the morning. We dropped our load. The load was to go to like near St. Louis, Missouri. So we drove majority of the miles and we got majority of the money. This is like a $5,000 load. Fast forward, well, a little over 5,000. Fast forward. Thursday morning, it was available to run. They offered us a load, was to go to Washington, D.C. I mean, not Washington, D.C., sorry, Washington State. We did not want to take that load because we didn't want to go that far north. Usually when they send you to Washington, sometime to make you deadhead from Washington, like they either give you like potatoes, apples, or sometimes not orange, onions. And long story short, we didn't want to go way up there in the cold and deal with that. So we're trying to get to Florida. We did not ask to go to Florida as of yet, but we wanted to stay near like Arizona, New Mexico, California, like do a run over there, drop that load, get a load coming to the east. Then from there, I already know on the east side, they always have us come straight down and we get a load going to Florida or close to where we need to go. So in this particular situation, Thursday came, we was available. They asked about the Washington. We said, no, we didn't want to do that. We'll wait for a load. We call back later on. Nobody didn't respond. Friday morning, Fridays and Mondays for Prime, they say are the good reload days. Okay, so Friday morning, we hit up, try to line up. When you're at the terminal, you have to use try to line up, which is crazy because depending on who your fleet manager is, sometimes they'll hit you with a load without even driving out line up, being aware. That has happened. So it's like you don't really know. Like I said, the rules over here is very like depends on who you get. So we contacted them. They told us that they'll give us a call. When they say that, that's usually like we gonna have your ass wait, because from the past, in my experience with them in the past, when you decline a load with them and you could have technically got off the yard, this is like, okay, well, you can go to the back of the line and wait. So this morning, I know they had loads, but they wound up not giving us no load. The evening time came. It's 5:07 right now. We, called them around 2 to see, hey, do you guys have any loads? And they was like, no, we only have loads going to Alabama, Bobtail to Alabama. So basically, deadheading without a load, okay? To these areas, and then they said go to Eagle Pass. When they send you to Eagle Passes, because Eagle Pass, Texas, that's them wanting you to pick up an empty trailer and move that trailer to Laredo, Texas, which is another 2 hours away, and not get paid. And then when they give you your next load, they want to accumulate all those miles under your new load. So say for instance you get a load and you're running 1,500 miles, and they add this extra 1,000 miles you done did, and then when you add all your money up, the money be to the flow. Because you're sent per miles, and then they attach it to the load. I'd rather you give me a load, like say for instance you give me a load and it say $4,000 and it says in total I'm doing 2,000 because you added the other load, the other miles from the trip coming down. Sometimes they don't do that. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, we'll just put it over here where we paid you 80 cents per mile for carrying it over there, but it just looks really weird on your paycheck. Yeah, so I try to get a load already attached to me, so those miles are already included in my trip, and when I round up my cent per mile, it kind of just makes sense to me because I see it in there, not like put on at the end of it, like you ain't attached it before, but then now you put in. I was in Laredo and I picked up 20 miles away, but instead of you putting my 20 miles, y'all put that I did 1,100 miles and added to my load. It's just very weird. With that being said, we are about to take, we was trying to get down to Florida because my wife is trying to see her family that came over from Cuba, and this is her grandmother on her father's side. So we was trying to go down with a load because we wanted to make money or at least pay off our truck while we go down. But since they playing around and I don't want to wait till Saturday, and then it's the same thing, or go to Eagle Pass and then Sunday occur, and then like you really gonna have money or time to run the load to make money to pay off my fixed costs. My fixed costs altogether is $1,600. That's before gas and everything. That's a high fixed cost, okay? So with that being said, yeah, I don't want to be stressed out, overwhelmed. And at this point, I was like, if I'm going to be negative, when I turn this truck in, which is in another week, they're going to bill me for everything anyway. So I said, I just charge this to the game. If I ain't pay it out of my income right now, I was going to pay it when they bill me later on. And I got to set up some kind of payment thing and pay them, because they're going to find something. I'm not completing my 3-year lease on this truck. So all the $14,000, $15,000 that's accumulated in my lease completion that they take from me each week and put it there, which people, if you believe or you think that the money that's been accumulated in your lease completion is money that Prime is giving that's free, no, it's money that they're taking out of your income each week that you're running, and they're allocating it and putting it in there, and then they're telling you, they're incentivizing you for completing your lease and giving you back this extra money. First of all, who told y'all to even make a lease completion to take money from me to then reward me if I complete the lease? Y'all telling me it's a walkaway lease, but then it's not a walkaway lease when y'all hitting me with a big ass bill at the end. If you wanted to pay the extra warranty that you guys say that if we don't complete the lease, which Prime states, if you don't complete the lease, then this extra money will go towards extra extended warranties. And there's 2 different ones they was emphasizing on. And I was saying to myself, well, hey, if y'all are concerned about making sure at 300,000 miles, this is going to be necessary, that's going to be an expensive repair, why don't you allocate the 2 cents or 3 cents that need to pay for that, like how you make an e-fund or how you make the tire fund? Make a fund for that, so that money can be allocated there, and the money for the lease completion can be accumulated. And at the end of people lease, and they say you got to scratch here, you got to scratch there, you got this and that, you know, a week you didn't work or whatever, and we got $1,600, that can come out of that money. And then if it's $1,000 left that can go to me, you send me my fucking $1,000. But instead, y'all taking it from me and saying, well, because you didn't complete the lease, here you go, you get nothing. And then they still send you a big ass bill for items that's still damaged on the truck that they won't take from the lease completion, because they want that to go to whatever they bullshit is. And it's a ripoff and a scam. I don't care what nobody say. The nerve that you're gonna still send me, you got $14,000, $15,000 in this little account over here, and you telling me that you gonna send me a $10,000 or $8,000 bill and say, well, all these damages that had I completed the lease. Now think about this. If I did the 3 years and completed the lease, right? It says in the disclaimer that if you complete the lease, if you owe payments, if you got damage, things like that, it'll all come out of that money, and then they'll give you the remaining money, right? They'll give you the remaining money. But if I don't complete the lease, y'all have $10,000 to take away from the $8,000 that I may owe the damages, right? Accumulative damages or whatever. And y'all won't take that money, but y'all gonna send me a bill and keep the money that y'all already took out from me. How fucked up is that? Hey people, if you have not been in trucking, which I have not before, this is my first trucking job, I didn't know that that's how it be. It is very sad, because you go into lease saying, I want to make more money, which is nothing wrong with making more money. But it's sad to see that you being scammed and schemed, okay? The $5,000 that this schooling was, we've been paid for that. You don't even have to do at least a year lease, because we've been paid for that, people, okay? A year contract with them, talking about, oh, you got to pay $5,000 or $6,000 for the school if you don't stay. Why I got to give you a whole year? Now, it's cool that you're getting the experience, which is cool, but it don't make no sense when you out here doing shit half-assed, when you didn't get the proper training. We ain't gonna talk about that. Thank goodness me, I was able to get the best training that I felt I could get, that made me be, you know, very comfortable out here, because my trainer trained me. My PDS trainer, my PDS trainer treated me very well. And then my TNT trainer, shout out the Life with KO. He's on YouTube. Go follow him. He's really, really informative and very, very good. I like his channel. I like what he's bringing towards, you know, he's just putting out there. If you guys don't follow him, go follow him. Go check out some of his videos. He's now with Snyder. Well, my wife been calling me, so I'm going to come out the bathroom, and I'm going to get back with you on a part 2.